Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news. Well, folks, buckle up because the NFL rumor mill is buzzing with some seismic shifts that could redefine the NFC North, and more specifically, the Green Bay Packers' place in it. The latest whispers are pointing toward a potential blockbuster trade that might just turn the Packers' defensive line into one of the most formidable in the league, all centered around a name that's been making waves, Quinnen Williams. Now, I know what you're thinking. Williams isn't a Green Bay Packer yet, but if these rumors are true, this could be the kind of move that sets the Packers up for sustained success deep into the playoffs, and maybe even a shot at another Super Bowl. What's all the fuss about? Well, sources close to the league have indicated that the Packers are in serious talks with the Dallas Cowboys to acquire Quinnen Williams via trade. The package: a first-round pick in the 2027 draft and a fourth-rounder in 2028. This might sound steep, but when you consider the value Williams brings, it could be a steal for Green Bay. Meanwhile, the Cowboys, sitting with an 8-9 record in 2025, are reportedly looking to free up cap space and acquire assets to rebuild their roster after a disappointing season. Their defense has been leaking points, giving up around 25 points per game, and they're in desperate need of a shakeup. The plan, apparently, is to offload Williams, whose contract is hefty but worth every penny considering his impact on the field. Now, this rumor isn't just chatter. Insiders suggest that significant progress has been made in negotiations, although no official announcement has come yet. The shock factor here is real because Quinnen Williams, at just 28 years old, is an absolute beast on the interior line. Since entering the league in 2019, he's established himself as one of the league's premier defensive tackles, with a career total of 45. 5 sacks, he's not just a run stopper, but also a relentless pass rusher. In 2025 alone, playing for the Cowboys, Williams racked up 9 sacks, matching his previous high, along with 38 pressures, a -0, 22 EPA per rush, and 15 QB hits. His run defense grade hovers around 88, 7 according to PFF, making him a nightmare for offensive lines trying to contain him. What sets Williams apart? For starters, his ability to generate pressure and force turnovers. He's a player who can disrupt the pocket, collapse the line, and create chaos for quarterbacks, which is exactly what the Packers need to elevate their defense. Remember, Green Bay's defense in recent years has been solid but inconsistent, especially in crucial moments. Adding a player like Williams would not only boost the pass rush but also help control the line of scrimmage, allowing the Packers to be more aggressive and versatile in their defensive schemes. The reasons behind this potential trade are tied to the Cowboys' roster and cap situation. After moving on from Dak Prescott's hefty contract, they've freed up around $15 million in cap space, but now need to address their secondary, which has struggled, allowing about 29 points per game in 2025, and their wide receivers, who have yet to find consistent rhythm. Offloading Williams, with a contract valued at around $96 million over 4 years, makes sense for Dallas. They can reallocate resources and focus on rebuilding their defense and offense through draft picks and free agency. For the Packers, this is a no-brainer. They're sitting with roughly $27 million in cap space and are looking to bolster their interior defensive line, especially alongside Kenny Clark. Clark, with a PFF grade of 83. 9 and averaging about 0.7 sacks per game, is already a key piece, but pairing him with a dominant interior rusher like Williams would transform the Packers' front 7 into a true nightmare for opposing offenses. Think about the possibilities: Williams and Clark anchoring the middle, forcing teams to double-team them, which opens up opportunities for other pass rushers and creates a domino effect of disruption. If this trade materializes, the impact on the team's performance would be immediate and significant. Williams' presence would elevate the Packers' defense to one of the league's top units. Not only would he generate around 11 sacks in the upcoming season, but his ability to pressure the quarterback and stop the run would lead to a dramatic reduction in opponents' EPA per play, potentially dropping it by as much as 16%. That's the kind of impact that can turn close games into wins and help the Packers contend for the NFC North crown and beyond. And it's not just about the regular season. The postseason would see a marked difference with Williams controlling the line of scrimmage. His ability to generate pressure on the quarterback, combined with his knack for forcing turnovers, he's been responsible for multiple forced fumbles throughout his career, could make him the X-factor in playoff scenarios. If he manages to disrupt opponents, passing games at a high clip, the Packers' chances of making a deep playoff run skyrocket. In fact, the odds for the Packers to win the Super Bowl might see a notable shift. Currently, they're sitting at +8, 0 odds in some betting models, but with a player like Williams, those odds could shrink to +3, 500, reflecting a much more realistic shot at the title. Now, let's talk about what this means for the long term. The Packers have been building a roster that's capable of competing now, but adding Williams would give them a legitimate anchor on defense, someone who can control the scrimmage and make life miserable for opposing quarterbacks. It's reminiscent of the impact players like Geno Atkins had in Cincinnati, players who could take over games with their power and relentless pursuit. Green Bay could turn into a scrimmage king, dominating opponents like the Vikings or Bears with interior pressure that disrupts their entire game plans. This kind of move also signals a shift in the league's strategic landscape, especially in the NFC North. The division has seen a lot of high-powered offenses, but with Williams anchoring the middle, the Packers could turn into a fortress, preventing teams from establishing the run or comfortably passing. It's a move that could redefine how the NFC North plays out over the next few seasons, forcing rivals to adapt to Green Bay's newfound defensive dominance. Looking ahead, the potential trade also reflects a strategic vision for the Packers. They've been patient, building through the draft and developing young players, but now they may be ready to push all in on a championship window. The addition of a player like Williams doesn't just improve the defense, it sends a message to the rest of the league that Green Bay is serious about contending. With a revamped front, they could elevate their overall team performance, making them a more balanced and dangerous squad. Of course, all of this hinges on the negotiations and whether the Cowboys are willing to part ways with Williams. But if the rumors prove true, it's going to be one of the most exciting developments of the NFL offseason. The Packers, with their rich history and passionate fan base, would certainly welcome such a star to their roster. And for the fans, it's an exciting time, imagining a defense that can dominate the line of scrimmage every week, leading the team to new heights. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal.